Hey, welcome back to MCrider. This week we're going to take a break from our new rider series, and I want to show you something that has transformed my Harley Road King. You know, we talk a lot about visibility here on MCrider, both how to see what's going on around you and how to be seen. There are things that you can add to your motorcycle that will greatly increase the odds or the chances of somebody seeing you on the road. This week I want to introduce you to a product that has greatly increased my visibility on the street. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Kevin Morris. I'm a motorcycle instructor in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I release a weekly video here on this YouTube channel, MCrider. We have new videos that come out every Friday. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon and you'll get notifications when every new video comes out here at MCrider. So let's all admit it, part of the fun of motorcycle ownership is figuring out ways to make it better. And that's what I've been doing with the Road King that I've had for a few months now. One of the things that always bothered me on the Road King was the taillights and the turn signals, particularly on the rear of the Road King. I didn't think they were particularly bright, so I started looking for options to enhance that. So I got on the web and I started searching, and one of the things that I found from a company, Custom Dynamics, is these fillers. They're called fillers, and the ones that I was interested in were these chrome pieces, and they fit right in here next to the saddlebags. The Road King's got this little gap, and they add additional turn signal and brake light and running light to your motorcycle. So I reached out to Custom Dynamics to see if they would be interested in being featured on MCrider, because we do a lot of safety videos and their products are very geared towards safety conscious or safety oriented riders. So I reached out to them and they sent me a whole lot more than what I was originally seeking. So Custom Dynamics sent me the products in this review, but they don't have any input on how the review goes. So I got a few things from Custom Dynamics. I got these fillers, and I got turn signal inserts that go in the existing turn signals. I got a new brake light, and I got a piece of electronics that allows you to add a flashing or a strobe effect to your taillights. So let me show you a before and after of the motorcycle, and some clips of me installing the pieces, and we'll talk about it as we go, and then we'll meet back and we'll wrap up here in just a minute. This is the stock configuration with the non-LED taillight and turn signals. You can see this gap right here. This is the gap between the saddlebag and the rear fender that the fillers will fill up with LED lights. As far as the install on this, man, if you're comfortable with just loosening a few bolts, taking your seat off, and you're able to plug a few wires in line to existing plugs, then you can do this install. I was happy to see when I started reading through the instructions that there was no wire cutting involved. I didn't have to pull out the solder gun. Everything just was plug and play, and it was very easy to get installed and to get the bike put back together. In addition to the LED insert that you see me putting in, Custom Dynamics sent me these red lens covers because the turn signals will actually be integrated into the brakes, as you'll see here in a minute. This is me taking off the taillight assembly from the old one. The new one looks very similar to stock, but it's a little bit cut down, so it's a little bit shorter than what the stock one was, and it has all the LEDs built into it. I've got the saddlebags removed here, and this is that gap between the rear fender and the saddlebags that these fillers fill up that gap. You'll hear it here in a second. It just kind of snaps into place, and then you route the wiring up along the fender towards the battery, where the control module and stuff to program the lights is kept under the seat. This is the bottom of that Smart Triple Play module that allows you to adjust how your brake lights and tail lights react. It's got that knob right there that allows you to select one of 9 settings, depending on how you want your brake lights to strobe when you go to the brakes. This is a before and after shot of the install, and you can tell even before the lights get turned on that it made a significant improvement in the looks of the back end on this Road King. So you can tell that the lights are quite a bit brighter, but it doesn't really give it justice. They're a whole lot brighter when you see them in person. And this is the setting that I chose for the Smart Triple Play. And you have 9 different settings you can choose from. This is pattern 5. It has a quad strobe, and then it's solid for 1 second, then quad strobe, solid for 3 seconds, and it continues to repeat. And you can see they did a nice job integrating that with the blinkers so that you still get the strobe effect and you can use your blinkers at the same time. To give you a better idea of the light output from the custom dynamics, that's the new lights on the right and the stock setup on the left. It's one thing to see it on the garage, it's another thing to see it out on the road. So here I am on our training parking lot, and this is the stock setup, and I'm just riding and turning the blinkers on and performing some stops. And now we'll go to the custom dynamic setup after my install. So you can see adding the blinkers to the effect, and with the addition of the fillers in between the bags and that strobe effect, you really got a good package here that's really going to catch the eye of any drivers that are coming up behind you. So as you can see from the video, this makes a huge difference in my visibility out on the street. The products were easy to install. They look good. They look a whole lot better than the stock options that came on there. And they're kind of cool to be able to adjust the strobe effects and to play around with that a little bit as well. But overall, I'm very pleased with the products. I think you would be happy with it as well. I'll have a link to Custom Dynamics in the description so that you can see what's made for your motorcycle as well. So until next week, guys, this is Kevin with MCrider, and we'll see you on the road. MCrider is supported by our friends on Patreon. To learn how to support MCrider and get access to the field guide, go to mcrider.com/support.